Number 3 here. All right, we are going to spend the next year psychoanalyzing this guy, right? Let's go to Boulder real quick to a team that, yes, only won 4 games last year, but has on the field a spectacular quarterback, and that's Shedeur Sanders. Look, there's no denying what he did last year, right? Just coming into Colorado, changing the culture, even though they only won 4 games. Look, Colorado the year before, they were the worst team in the Power 5 by far. It wasn't even close, and Dion and Shedeur went in there, and they at least changed the culture, and they set some sort of expectation. Now, whatever else comes with that is not part of these rankings. We'll see where that goes the rest of the season. Shedeur Sanders, though, 9th in the country in passing grade, 8th in adjusted completion percentage, tied with Jaden Daniels for 4th in turnover-worthy play rate, in a clean pocket when he is protected, and he was under pressure 37% of the time last year, which is way too high. There's just no denying that Shedeur is really, really good. The football IQ is there. 92.9 clean passing grade. The only 2 guys that were better, Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels.
Yep.
It's just, it's hard to sit here and say this guy's not really good. He's one of only 2 quarterbacks, along with Drew Aller, who had at least 100 clean dropbacks and no interceptions. I believe he only threw 3 or 4 interceptions the entire season. He doesn't beat himself. Yes, he took too many sacks, but to me, that's in part trying not to beat himself, right? Like, I would rather – Sanders comes from the school of I would rather take the sack than throw the ball into danger, which I'm not going to blame him much for. If they got any improvement along their offensive line, 5-star prospect Jordan Seaton,
yep,
and the transfers that they brought in, if they got any better on their offensive line and any semblance of a running game going, because I believe they were close to last, if not last in the country in rushing yards per game. They couldn't run the ball for anything last year either. They've got a boatload of weapons, man. They've got Jimmy Horn. They've got Travis Hunter. They have LaJohntay Wester. They have Will Shepard. They've got a boatload of weapons to work with. There is no reason to think that Shedeur, with another year under his belt, isn't a top 5 or even a top 3 quarterback. And if Colorado's defense and their run game and their pass protection, I know it's a lot of things, if those 3 things are any better, he could be in the Heisman race easily. Because this is everyone's going to focus on the off-field stuff and the hype and all this stuff, but there really isn't any question. There is no way Shedeur Sanders could be outside of the top 5 on this list right now. I don't even think it's possible.
No,
it's so clean. When he is protected, he's so good. The football IQ is there. He's got the weapons. He could have an absolutely massive year if Colorado got any better on the offensive line.
You're right. And there are obviously some stuff, on Twitter. These guys log off Twitter some more, and sometimes a lot of the Colorado stuff is just like makes you want to dislike him, and then you watch Shedeur Sanders, you're going in like, all right, hopefully I don't like him that much. And it's like, dude, he's so good. Like, it's tough, man. It's tough because he's a really, really talented quarterback, and I think you mentioned it really well. He's an advanced processor, man. The way he sees the field is so good. He had, like I said, the 3rd best clean pocket passing grade, and the only 2 above him were the first 2 picks of the draft in Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels. So really, really great quarterback. And, he's just put it this way. He's my number 3, like you. I think we have the same exact top 3 in the same order, I think, as well. 89.2 passing grade, 7th among all FBS quarterbacks. Again, he made the jump from the FCS to the Power 5 level, and he made it look pretty easy, honestly. 1.6% turnover-worthy play rate, 4th among all quarterbacks in the country. Wasn't like he was ultra-conservative either. So Drew Aller, low turnover-worthy play rate, but like I said before, he wasn't really taking shots downfield. Sanders still had 23 big-time throws, which were top 20 in the country as well. Now, he took the most sacks in the Power 5. He had 49 sacks this past year. A lot of that could be because of how many dropbacks he took, also because of how bad the offensive line was, but he had the 17th highest average time to throw in the Power 5, about 2.9 seconds. So still a high average time to throw, but within a clean pocket, there's nobody better than Shedeur Sanders. It's going to be interesting because I think Colorado's offensive line, you look at the projected depth chart right now, the entire offensive line are new players. There's not a single guy from last year that's projected to start on the offensive line right now. One of them being Jordan Seaton, who is the number 1 offensive tackle coming out of high school, projected to be the starting left tackle this year. So we'll see if he can live up to the hype immediately as a true freshman left tackle. Otherwise, everyone else is going to be a transfer coming in an offensive line. So maybe these transfers can gel immediately. It's going to be interesting to see what they can do, though. But if they can get him more time to throw, he's got, like I said, he's got great weapons to work with at Colorado. He could have a big year. It's really just whether or not Colorado has enough on the offensive line to protect him. But separating him from the offensive line, he is a very, very good quarterback and has a very good argument to be QB1 in next year's draft.